2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Well, it's that gorgeous meeting of surf and turf here at La Jolla, California. The final round coverage of the Farmers Insurance Open is on now. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. Thrilled to have you back here with us on 2K Sports. A good play by our leader who finds themselves 12 deep at the moment as we get things underway on 2K Sports. Let's catch up with play down on the opening hole. And let's see what he can do here today. And that's the line in the sand.
Not as easy and straightforward as yesterday's par, so work to be done.
Those fairway bunkers, they can be tricky. Tougher shot in golf. All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And he'll be glad to be putting now. And if this can go down, he'll save par. And this one will be for bogey. Sitting at 1 over for the event. And over to the second we go, and it's a par 4. A thing of beauty. This is his second shot.
All right, we're going with an extra club here.
This would be a great up and down. Wow, that almost went in the hole. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is huge for momentum. Got to try and hold this. This for par.
And that putter's hold, and that means it's back-to-back bogeys, unfortunately.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And that will drop him to 2 over now for the tournament. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
I like it when they move this tee box up and it's only a wedge, because when they make it a 5-iron or more, this thing gets really difficult. Firm green, actually tilts away from you towards the ocean. This is a really difficult green to find.
Opting for the 6-iron.
Just a little right of the green.
Well, that sets up a birdie putt, even if it is from long range. All right, John, you've been reading them well all day. Take us through this putt.
Looking like it's going right to left.
Ooh. A par putt on the table. Job done. Let's head to the next. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. Always the toughest hole in the game. A long par 4.
Very picturesque, this fourth hole. Pacific Ocean directly to the golfer's left-hand side. Don't be sucked in by the views, however. You want no part of that. And you certainly don't want any part of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side either. Find the fairway, and you've got a good chance at knocking it on this green in 2. Be wary, though. Anything long and left on this green is no good.
Playing from around 160 yards. That doesn't look good, Rich. Bit too far right for my liking. And that one finds the putting surface. It's a good shot, but some work to do, however. Sadly hasn't made a putt all day. Hopefully that can change here. Oh, I like this. A great look for birdie to get the ball rolling. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
We're 15 feet out. He's been staring this one down.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
That is a huge sigh of relief there, Luke. Finally gets one to go.
Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. And as we move to the 5th, it's a par 4.
This is a difficult driving hole. Big, deep bunkers left and right that must be avoided. From there, the second shot plays a touch downhill green that tilts pretty good from left to right and back to front. It's a strong par 4.
Will it find the grass? That one just missing the fairway, but not a bad outcome. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
I tell you what, from the rough, nice.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
Looking for back-to-back birdies here, Luke.
Penny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it's going to be straight and then just switch left.
Putting for a par now. That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost. Currently at +1 for the tournament. Now with the honour on a par 5.
It's a nice reprieve, this par 5. Just a little bit dogleg from left to right. Keep it shy of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side, and almost every player will give it a go in 2. This is a 3-tiered green with a low area over on the left-hand side that sees a lot of action.
Well, that'll work there. Second shot here on the 6th. Players left with an opportunity to get up and down here from the sand. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Oh, just missing the birdie there. And that should secure the par on this one. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. We've now arrived at the par 4 7th.
This fairway slopes pretty good from left to right. Players 1 has started out at the fairway bunker down the left-hand side and just hit a gentle fade off of that. Second shot here is to an elevated green. Don't go long whatsoever here. That's when the barranca and the canyons come into play.
Wow, he let the big dog eat there, didn't he? Looks like a similar approach to yesterday.
Same spot as yesterday, looking for the same result today.
That's a little wayward. Now just 1 over par. Didn't that look good for a long time? There's part of about 6 feet coming up.
A good look at par here.
Sitting at 1 over for the event. We've arrived now at the par 3/8.
This green is not deep. It's wide. It's got a lot of movement from east to west, just not a lot of room north to south. You find the right section of this green, you could find yourself a nice little deuce.
Going with the 7. That should find the sand. And from the bunker here, looking for an up and down. This now, his 3rd shot. How close was that to going down? 4 feet to the cup. And a little slide down the standings after that hole. And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum.
Luke, it's just a straight par 5, 615 yards. You got to hit a straight tee shot, a straight second shot, and hopefully hit a straight third shot. It can get challenging when they put the pin on the top left tier. That's when you can put a little too much spin on it and have it come chasing down to the front part of the green. That's no good.
Second shot here on the 9th.
Oh, looks like it's heading to the first cut, maybe? Hang on.
That one just had a little bit too much speed to it. Henny, do you have a better look at this lie?
Oh, this might trigger a temper tantrum. This is not sitting nicely.
This one's headed right, Rich. Sitting at 2 over par.
A big breaking putt. This has started perfectly.
He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. We've reached the beginning of the back 9, the 10th.
That camber's pretty good from left to right, so most players are going to take something less than driver, probably a 3-wood or a 5-wood, and try and hit a draw into that bank to slow the golf ball down. You find the fairway, the green sits slightly above you, but the difficult part about it is it's got 3 different sections, a front, a back left, and a back right. You got to get your second shot spot on to have the best opportunity for birdie.
Now this one looks to be heading down the runway. This one from about 160 yards out. Heading towards the rough, this one. That's disappointing.
And another missed green in regulation. My, oh my, this has been a long day.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet.
Got to try and save the par here.
As we check the standings, our leader has a 2-stroke advantage. Here we are at the 11th hole, a par 3.
And not a big target either. You got deep bunkers both left and right. You got a shelf up there top left. This is just a strong, difficult, lovely, if you like, par 3.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. 18 feet to the cup. John, have you got a read on this one? What's it going to do?
Pretty straight looking putt. If anything, it'll move a little to the left.
That's a good looking putt, that. Gonna like the look of this one. Oh, you beauty. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
this 12th hole is probably one of the toughest tee shots players will face out here. They know they have to hit a good tee shot, a long tee shot, to have any chance or hope of making birdie here. You miss it a little bit out to the right, the rough over there is horrific. You do find the fairway, though. You got a green that tilts from back right to front left, making the second shot so much more imperative to not get it above the hole. Second shot, leave below the hole at all costs.
Setting up for his third shot. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And a par putt awaits him. And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. Oh, looking to make a statement here, going with driver off the tee.
It's a very interesting hole. You know, miss those bunkers, put yourself in the fairway, but you've got this ravine that you have to hit over. It's a grass ravine, thankfully, so if you miss the fairway, you can lay up there. But going for this green, if you come up a little shy, you could find one of these 4 or 5 bunkers, both left and right, and then you've got a nearly impossible up and down from there. And again, a green that's got a section on the left and a section on the right. Very rarely did it put the pin in the middle. But boy, I'd tell you what, this is a really good, fun par 5 that you can make anywhere from 3 to 7.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
This is playing long. It's uphill. Might not have enough out of the rough on this one.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, that's a quality shot from out of the sand. That should set up an easy save. And he needs this to save par. Currently at +1 for the tournament. We've arrived at a par 4.
Nice tee shot here. A little bit more room to the right than the players really feel like there is. However, that also brings a rough on the right-hand side into play, and you don't want to be there, especially with this green that's set right back against the canyon. It's a difficult second shot, almost an infinite edge pool look, if you will. You really have to bear down and make sure you have a good idea of your distance control on your second shot.
Time for the second shot at the 14th.
Four right.
A bit wild on approach there.
That's been the story of the day, isn't it, Luke? Has missed a lot of greens, and you can't afford to do that on this golf course.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
It's 13 feet out. Unlucky for some.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Here we are on the par 4, 15th hole.
As big as 12 was, Luke, this is almost twice the size, if you can imagine it, with a tiny landing area out there. This is possibly the meanest hole on this golf course. Not hardest, meanest. If you've walked off with par on this hole, job well done, my friend.
Yeah, just not enough club by the look of it. This would be a great up and down. Didn't that look good for a long time? Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here. At 1 over par now, heading to the stretch, a chance to lift. And as we move to the next hole, our leader is ahead by a couple of shots. The 16th is a par 3.
This is underrated difficult. The green is big in size, but it plays awfully small because there's really small sections to this green. The front, the back right, and the top left. If you find the right section, job well done. If you don't, it's going to be a difficult two-putt, to say the least.
Going with the 5-wood. That one's heading out to the right. And Henny, what kind of a lie has he drawn?
He's gonna need a digging truck, maybe? I don't think a sand wedge is good enough to get this out.
Gee, if this is up, it could be in. Oh, that is a touch of class from the sand. Why not take another look at that effort?
Yeah, perfect lie in the bunker and perfectly executed. This was nice.
And after that, he'll move to even par for the event.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
This hole here is a par 4.
You want to avoid the bunkers on the right, but in doing so, you bring the ravine on the left into play, don't you? Second shot, though, plays slightly uphill. There's two distinct sections, the left and the right here. A little bit of a spine that bisects this green. This is a really good, strong par 4. Par is a great score.
Where did that come from? That's not his style. Time for the second shot at the 17th.
That was a misjudgment coming out of the sand.
Oh dear, that's on the beach. This ball's found its way into the sand. Henny, how's it lying?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
He'll be glad to be putting now. This putt is about 10 feet from the hole.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
And he's down there. You got a read?
You know, I've been prowling around. It's definitely uphill and moving to the right-hand side.
Looking good. And that goes down for a bogey. Sitting at 1 over for the event.
Unfortunately, backing up slowly but surely on that leaderboard, Luke.
Here we are on the last, and it's a par 5.
I tell you, this is probably one of the, if you talk about risk reward par 5s on the PGA Tour, this has got to be up near the top of the list. You find the fairway, it's just begging you to go for it. You got the water fronting the green, and you have deep bunkers both right and left. But with the history of this hole, you got to go for it, don't you?
Nicely done.
Standing over his second shot. Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Using the big muscles to get it home in 2 there.
This for a final score of 71. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
I've paced it out. It's 43 feet left.
And that one's headed to the drink. Seven feet to the cup. Signing off with a bogey. And as this event comes to an end, I'm pretty sure this player will be rueing some poor mistakes.
Not stellar by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, it was quite pitiful, to be fair.
Well, that was a thrilling day. And on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us.